Water is life. It is nature. Clouds, seas, rivers, ice, groundwater. 70% of the surface of our planet is water, but only 3.5% is fresh water. It is a rare commodity that we need to look after and preserve. We collect it, we purify it, we bring it to you, and then once used, we clean it and return it to nature, thus managing the integral water cycle. A complex system of processes balances the needs of society with the demand to respect nature. That is what gives meaning to our work and makes us proud of it. Global Omnium. In order for drinking water to flow when we perform the everyday act of turning a tap, a long and complex process is needed that requires many economic, technological, and human resources. Everything begins with nature because water is an essential part of it. That is why the entire process needs to be sustainable and environmentally friendly. From the point of collection to distribution, water is exposed to a high content of minerals, microorganisms, and contamination. Therefore, a very complex process is required to treat it. This process is called purification. The water is taken from the river and is channeled to the pre-treatment stage, where the heaviest solids fall to the bottom and are retained. The following step is the settling tanks, where the clay settling takes place. Using the dumps, the clarified water is extracted from the top layer and taken to the filtering areas where, driven by gravity, it passes through the filters, which are comprised of a bed of sand or activated carbon. During this phase, the suspended matter that was not retained during the settling phase is retained. The last phase of purification is disinfecting, which is carried out using different methods. The first consists of adding chlorine in order to activate the pathogenic agents. Lastly, the water passes through ultraviolet light filters, which are highly effective, eliminating all kinds of microorganisms. This system does not present any handling risks and does not alter either the smell or taste of water. There are quality controls throughout the entire purification process. Global Omnium is committed to supplying drinking water to its clients in the best possible condition. That is why thousands of quality analyses are carried out each year at the different stages of the water purification and treatment process. Although in the above process, the movement of water is driven by gravity due to the drop between the different structures in the plant. At the stage of the supply to cities, pumps are used which propel the drinking water through the pipe network to the homes of users. All of the processes are managed from the control centres, where real-time data is collected for each of the remote stations on the state of the flow rate alarms and remote-controlled facilities. All of this makes it possible to control all of the valves and pumps in the city's drinking water network, thus ensuring the quality, reliability, and efficiency of the system. This complex network of collectors requires the constant maintenance and cleaning of all its components in order to ensure its perfect functioning. And after this complex process, the drinking water reaches your home, ready for consumption. However, our work does not end here. A part of our commitment to sustainability and environmental friendliness is the purification of wastewater for its subsequent reuse or return to the ecosystem. The water that comes from our homes and industries is channeled through the sewage system to the treatment plant, where it undergoes different specific treatments. First, it goes through filters where the largest waste is captured. Subsequently, the sand, oil, and dangerous substances are removed and then sent to controlled dumps. Following this pre-treatment phase, the water enters the primary settling tanks where the mud settles and leaves without suspended particles. The water that has already settled is moved to the aeration tanks. Here, a series of different microorganisms, helped by the oxygenation of the water, are responsible for eliminating the organic matter dissolved in it. We subject the purification process to strict monitoring and control analysis at all times. This guarantees the proper functioning of the different purification phases in order to ensure the quality of the water obtained. From the aeration tanks, the water, along with all the sludge and bacteria, moves into the secondary settling tanks, where it is once again separated from the mud and water. Lastly, the water undergoes a new process that is called tertiary treatment or disinfection. Using chlorine and exposure to ultraviolet light, any presence of viruses and germs is eliminated, thus complying with current regulations according to the intended use of the water, so that the purified water is now ready for its reuse in irrigated land or its return to the ecosystem. Our commitment to the environment makes us very efficient in terms of energy consumption. Therefore, a large part of the energy used in the plant comes from biogas extracted from the sludge, which also undergoes treatment to transform it into fuel or fertilizer and compost for use in agriculture. Global Omnium. Global Omnium is the leading company with Spanish capital devoted to water management in our country and an international benchmark in its area of activity. It is a multi-sectorial group formed by a series of companies with more than 125 years of experience that manages the integral water cycle, and it is structured around 4 main lines of business: drinking water, wastewater, water services and engineering. The drinking line is dedicated to ensuring the capture, treatment, distribution and supply of drinking water. It currently manages more than 20 conventional purification and inverse osmosis plants located in different areas of the peninsula. Also, it distributes drinking water to more than 300 towns, including the metropolitan area of Valencia. The companies in the wastewater area treat and purify the water that has already been used so that it can subsequently be reused. The group has more than 350 purifying stations spread throughout the Spanish territory. The water services area encompasses the value activities that make it possible to ensure an excellent comprehensive service. Activities such as an analytical testing laboratory, the measurement of consumption, where we are European leaders in the management of smart meters, assisting subscribers, improving hydraulic efficiency, spill control, and management of irrigated land. The functions of our engineering department encompass the drafting of reports, studies, and projects to which it contributes all of its water management experience, as well as the management and execution of hydraulic works within the areas of sanitation, purification, distribution of drinking water, and treatment of wastewater. All of the activities of Global Omnium are guided by the conviction that water belongs to all of society, and it is our most important asset. Therefore, it must be managed in a way that improves everybody's quality of life, while especially thinking about future generations. Global Omnium.